Hello guys, hope you are doing great. Today I'm gonna show you how to apply for child dependent visa. So before applying for the visa, we will go through all the requirement for applying for child dependent visa. So your child must be under 18, including if they were born in UK or outside the UK. If your child is over 18, then they must have current permission to stay in the UK. If you are currently on care worker or senior care worker visa, which was granted after 11th March 2024, then you cannot apply for dependent visa. But if you got your visa or your course was created before 11th March 2024, then you will be able to bring your child as a dependent. You will also need to provide evidence of the money available for support yourselves in UK. So the amount that you need to show is 285 for your partner, 315 for one child and 200 for each additional child. And this money must be in your account in last 28 days. It must be within 31 days of them applying for the visa. So now we will start the application process. So first we will start with by clicking on this link, which is called apply online as your child outside the UK. Then you will have to select the place in UK where you are planning to live: England, Wales, Scotland or Northern Ireland. Then continue. Then if you have EU passport, then select yes, otherwise no. Then you have to select child dependent visa. Then it might again ask you where are you planning to live. If we have EU passport, in our case no. Then you have to select the country where you will be providing your biometrics. So in our case it is India. On this page you can check your nearby VFS global centers where you can give your biometrics. Then you have to select I have identified the location and then next. So on this page it will show you what documents you need to fill this application form. So you need your parents' passport details, their cost or cash. And for this application you need to fill the online application form, then pay health surcharge and then pay for visa fee and then provide your biometrics. So we will click on apply now. So first we need to register an email and create our account. So after creating the account, the page will look like this. So first you have to give the name of the main applicant, the person who is holding the skilled worker visa, their given name and family name, and then click on save and continue. Then you have to give their nationality, in our case it is India, and then date of birth. On the next page you have to give the details of passport of the skilled worker visa holder. Select yes, add the passport details and then save and continue. On the next page you have to mention if you are traveling with the main applicant. In our case no. Then what is their current immigration status, and you have to give their reference number as well. You can give the VAF number which is normally mentioned on the vignette sticker. Then on the next page you have to give the details if they have already got their skilled worker visa. Then you have to give your sponsor license number, and if they are currently on a health and care visa, in our case no. In the next page you have to give the details if their job is on immigration salary list, which is shortage occupation list. Then the details of their certificate of sponsorship, their course number. Then what is the length of the course, if it is 3 years or more than 3 years. Even so here you have to mention if the sponsor is ready to provide the maintenance for the family as well. If no, then select no, otherwise yes. Then you have to provide if you have any other email address, your telephone number, then if you have any other telephone numbers, then you need to mention if you prefer to be contacted by call or text message. Then you have to mention your details, the applicant's given name and family name. Then you have to mention if you have been known by any other name. This is for the applicant. Then the gender and relationship status of the applicant. On the next page, you have to add the address, the current address of the applicant. After adding the address, it will ask about the property the applicant is currently living, that how many years you have lived in that address and all your address history for last 2 to 3 years. So here we will add all the details. On the next page, it will ask for your previous address history. So you need to provide the addresses of past 2 years. Where did you used to live and when did you stop living there? Then on the next page, you have to provide your national identity card details. You can provide your Aadhaar card details if you want, or you can use any other national identity card. So on the next page, you have to provide the applicant's nationality, their country of birth, place of birth, and date of birth. On the next page, you have to mention if they ever hold any other nationalities. In our case, it is no. So I'll select no and save and continue. On the next page, you have to mention what is the relationship with the skilled worker visa holder. So in our case, it is father. So I will select father and save and continue. Then you have to mention if the applicant has any independent family. Then you have to mention when you're planning to arrive in the UK. On the next page, it will ask for spoken language preference. You can select your language. Here it is English. And then you have to mention if anyone depends on you financially. In our case, it is no. Then you have to give the details of the second parent. In our case, it is mother, so we'll add their details. On the next page, it will ask if you have any other family in the UK apart from the main applicant. So we'll be selecting no. And if you are traveling as an organized group, so in our case, it is no. Then if any other person is also traveling with you, then you have to select that. So I'll select no. If you know where you'll be staying in the UK, you have to select yes. Otherwise, no. So you can add your address. On the next page, you have to mention if there are any other places you'll be staying. So you can add that details too. Now it will ask for all your travel history if you have been in the UK in the past 10 years. Then if you have been issued any UK visa in past 10 years. On the next page, it will ask if you have traveled to any of these countries and how many times you have traveled. So in our case, it is 0. On the next page, it will ask if you have traveled to any other countries excluding these countries. So in our case, it is no. On the next page, if you want to mention any other details about your application, then you can mention it here. So once you are done with your application, you need to review your application and check each and every detail. And after that, you will need to pay IHS and the visa application fee. So once you are done with that, you will get a checklist like this, which will show you all the documents you need to submit. So the first document is the travel document of the applicant. You have to make sure you have at least one blank page on your passport for your visa. And the second main document, which is a very important document, is letter of consent from your parents. So it should mention all these details, the relationship between parents and everything that is mentioned here. So if you need help with the letter of consent, just comment on this video and I'll send you the template for the letter of consent. It did help my friend's daughter. And the other documents you need is the birth certificate of the applicant and the evidence of permission to enter or stay in the UK for the main applicant or the skilled worker visa holder. And the next document that we will need is the TB test results. So you need to check if you live in a country where the TB test results are required. So that's it for today's video. So if you liked my video, please like, comment and share this video with your friends who might need it. So thank you so much for watching my video.